Russian President Vladimir Putin has redirected his entire economy toward military production, in the manner of the Soviet Union or Nazi Germany. He has created a regime so repressive that people are afraid to use the word war in public. He regularly sacrifices hundreds or even thousands of men to gain 100 yards of territory. What that looks like to other people can hardly be of much interest to him. This was written by Anne Applebaum, an author of The Atlantic. For all those reasons, Ukrainians believe the war will continue and the prospect no longer scares them. Partly this is because they have no other choice. Unlike the Russians, who could withdraw from the battlefield and go home at any time, the Ukrainians cannot withdraw from the battlefield. If they do, they will lose their civilization, their language and their freedom. Under Russian occupation, the mayor of Lviv and the journalists at the Lviv Media Forum would end up in prison or dead, just like their murdered and imprisoned colleagues in Russian-occupied Ukraine today, she said. More to the point, Ukrainians are confident that they can continue fighting, even without the same level of American support. The Ukrainian army is not retaking territory as it did in the autumn of 2022, nor does it have plans for a major new counter-offensive. But neither is it losing. The tanks and heavy equipment that Ukraine needed from others don't matter as much as they did 2 years ago. The Ukrainians still need American intelligence and anti-missile defenses to protect civilians in their cities. They still get weapons and ammunition from Europe. But on the front line, this conflict has become a drone war, and Ukraine both produces drones, more than 2 million last year, probably twice that many this year, and builds software and systems to run them. In February, a Ukrainian unit deployed the first of what it hopes will be several hundred fighting robots. Last month, a Ukrainian sea drone took down a Russian airplane. One brigade has designed a drone that can reliably take out a Shahed, the Iranian drones that are used to kill Ukrainian civilians, Anne Applebaum said.
Iran's supreme leader on Tuesday urged U.S. negotiators to stop talking nonsense, saying Iran won't ask for anyone's permission for uranium enrichment. That they say we won't allow Iran to enrich uranium is an way out of line. Nobody is waiting for permission from them. The Islamic Republic has a policy, a method that it will keep pursuing, Khamenei said. According to Associated Press, he made the comments during a ceremony to commemorate late President Ebrahim Raisi, who died in a helicopter crash last year. Of course, indirect talks were done during his term too, like what is being done now. They didn't lead to any results, and now we don't think the current negotiations will yield a result either. We don't know what will happen.
طرف آمریکایی که در این مذاکرات غیر مستقیم وارد صحبت میشن، گفتگو میکنن، سعی کنن یاوه‌گویی نکنن. اینی که بگن ما به ایران اجازه غنیسازی نمیدیم، این غلط زیادی است. کسی منتظر اجازه این و اون نیست. جمهوری اسلامی سیاستی داره، روشی داره، سیاست خودش رو تغییر میکنه. البته مذاکرات غیر مستقیم بود، زمان ایشون هم بود، مثل حالا که هست. البته بدون نتیجه، حالا هم گمان نمی کنیم به نتیجه برسه. نمیدونیم چه خواهد شد.
India's space agency on Sunday failed to put an Earth observation satellite into orbit, which was to provide images under all weather conditions. According to Associated Press, a technical fault occurred minutes after the Polar satellite launch vehicle lifted off from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota carrying EOS-09 satellite. Up to the second stage the performance was quite normal, third stage motor started perfectly. But during the functioning of the third stage, we are seeing an observation and the mission could not be accomplished, said V. Narayanan, the chairman of Indian Space Research Organization. After analysis we shall come back, Narayanan added.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Auto tracking.
PSLV 661 का सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन प्रथम प्रमोचन मंच से अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर अपना सफर जारी कर चुका है.
The vibration of the rocket launch is indeed to the
Plus 40 seconds.
गर्जना करता हुआ अन्य कार्य करते हुए PSLV 661 का सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन प्रथम प्रमोचन मंच से अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर अपना सफर जारी कर चुका है.
The vibration of the rocket launch is indeed to the
Plus 40 seconds.
गर्जना करता हुआ अन्य कार्य करते हुए
Shar ground station currently tracking the launch vehicle and will continue to track till PS4 ignition around 500
के पश्चात और द्वितीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है. शार तथा त्रिवेंद्रम स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन इसे पूर्णतः ट्रैक कर रहे हैं. गति 5.6 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड.
The PSLV is a 4-stage vehicle. Up to the second stage, the performance was quite normal. Third stage motor started perfectly, but during the functioning of the third stage, we are seeing a observation, and the mission could not be accomplished. After analysis, we shall come back.
Moscow is ready to work toward ending the fighting in Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Monday following a 2-hour phone call with U.S. President Donald Trump. According to Associated Press, Putin said that Russia and Ukraine would need to find compromises to suit all parties. Trump has struggled to end a conflict that began in February 2022, and that makes these conversations a serious test of his reputation as a dealmaker after having claimed he would quickly settle the conflict once he was back in the White House, if not even before he took office.
Действительно, этот разговор состоялся, продолжался более 2 часов. Хочу отметить, что он был очень содержательным и весьма откровенным. И в целом, на мой взгляд, в этой связи весьма полезным. Прежде всего, я поблагодарил президента Соединенных Штатов за поддержку со стороны США возобновления прямых переговоров между Россией и Украиной по поводу возможного заключения мирного соглашения. Президент Соединенных Штатов высказал свою позицию по поводу прекращения боевых действий, перемирия, и со своей стороны отметил также, что и Россия выступает за мирное урегулирование украинского кризиса. Мы должны просто определить наиболее эффективные пути движения к миру. Договорились с президентом Соединенных Штатов о том, что Россия предложит и готова работать с украинской стороной над меморандумом по поводу возможного будущего мирного договора с определением ряда позиций, таких как, например, принципы урегулирования, сроки возможного заключения мирного соглашения и так далее, включая и возможное прекращение огня на определенное время в случае достижения соответствующих договоренностей. Кстати говоря, контакты между участниками встречи и переговоров в Стамбуле, они возобновились. И это дает основание полагать, что мы в целом на правильном пути. Еще раз хочу подчеркнуть, что беседа была очень конструктивной, и я ее оцениваю высоко. Вопрос, конечно, в том, чтобы российская и украинская сторона проявили максимум стремления к миру и нашли бы те компромиссы, которые бы устроили все стороны. При этом хочу отметить, что в целом позиция России ясна. Главное для нас — устранить первопричины этого кризиса. С президентом Трампом по телефону. Спасибо. Вам спасибо.